We're going to write a program that automatically sets a window on your graphing calculator that will be useful when we are calculating probabilities for normally distributed data and when we want to be able to actually see the normal distribution on the screen. So we're going to name this program NORMWIN. So let's start by creating the program. It's not very hard to do. Press the program button. Then press the right arrow twice to go over to the new option. Press enter. The alpha lock is on, that's why the flashing cursor has the capital A in it. So I'm going to name this program NORMWIN, N-O-R-M, then W-I-N, W-I-N. So again, I'll remember what this program accomplishes. It gives me a window for normally distributed data, hence norm and win. So we'll press enter. So essentially, we need to set the x-min, the x-max, the x-scale, and do the same thing for the y values. So there's only 6 options or 6 lines that we need to put into this program. So normally distributed data is typically within 3 standard deviations above and below the mean. So we're going to set -3 to be the x minimum and +3 to be the x maximum. So here we go. Type -3, make sure you use the negative sign below the 3. Then press the store button. And then we're going to put this into x minimum. So to get the x minimum variable, it's very important that you follow these steps. Don't type it in using the letters on the calculator. Rather, follow these steps. You need to press the vars button for variables. Option number 1, you'll see on the screen, option number 1 represents window variables. That's what we want. So press enter. And right there, option number 1, there is the x minimum. That's what we want. So press enter. And that command will put -3 into the x minimum. Press enter. We're done with that. So we want 3 to be stored into the x maximum. So this will look and feel very similar to the last line we wrote. So number 3, store button. Same place, so go to the vars button, the variables button. We want window variables, so press enter. And now we want x maximum, so that's option 2. There we go, press enter to go to the next line. So what we've done, we're looking at x values from -3 to 3. Now understand, if we want to be able to see data within 3 standard deviations above and below the mean, one of the things we're going to have to do is convert those data into z-scores. So a z-score will tell me exactly how many standard deviations above or below the mean an observation is. So for normally distributed data, I will be able to see most of the data if I am able to create a window where I can accommodate z-scores from -3 to 3. That's why we chose those values. So proceeding, I need an x scale. So we'll just make that scale 1. 1, store button, vars button, press enter. And x scale is option number 3. This couldn't be easier because it's in order. Press enter to go to the next line. So for the y values, these are the ones that I've found most convenient over time. We're going to store -0.2 into the y minimum. So -0.2, make sure you use the negative sign, not the subtraction symbol. It has to be the negative sign. We'll store that into the y minimum, vars, enter, down to y minimum. That's option number 4. Press enter. We're going to make 0.4 the y maximum. 0.4, we'll store that into y maximum. Vars, enter. Option number 5 is the y maximum. And press enter to go to the last line of the program. 0.1 will be a perfectly good y scale. So 0.1, we will store that into y scale. Again, vars, enter. down to y scale. That's option number 6. And we're done with the program. So to make sure that your program runs correctly, all we'll do is go to the home screen. So remember, it saves automatically. You don't have to do anything regarding saving. So to get to the home screen, we'll press second mode, which is really the second quit option. We're on the home screen. So to execute the program, go to the program button. Highlight the program NORMWIN. So notice here, EXEC, which stands for execute, that's highlighted. Let's highlight the program NORMWIN on my calculator. That is option number 3. We'll press enter. That brings program NORMWIN, that brings that command which says execute the NORMWIN program. That brings that to the home screen. If you press enter, then the program has run. So this is not a long, complicated, or elegant program. So it does display the 0.1 on the home screen. That is not at all what is important. What is important is that the window values are set correctly. So now if you go and press the window button, there we go. The minimum for x is -3. The max is 3. The x scale is 0.1. The y minimum is -0.2, the y maximum is 0.4, and the y scale is 0.1. That's all we wanted it to do. So if you are messing with windows and graphing box and whisker plots or graphing histograms, if then suddenly you want to be able to calculate a probability for normally distributed data, the way that we are going to do it in our class, we are going to want to be able to see it on the screen, and this is the best window to use to see it. So to set that window without having to memorize it, you can just run this program and you'll have the window that you need. That's what the program is for. Hope this is helpful.